Alright, I ran the diesel heater last night because it only got down to 10 and that's pretty warm to have a fire going in here, isn't it? Yeah, it gets pretty warm when it's 10 degrees outside and you have a fire in here. But the problem is, ooh, what is with the humidity? Sorry. The problem is my batteries are sitting at 12 and my happy face is not happy, and it's early in the year yet. Imagine what that's going to look like in the dead of winter. I did notice too that in the evenings now when it's dark, the batteries don't seem to ever be above 12.5, and at one point I know, geez, at one point I think they were like 12.8. Something to consider anyway. Okay, I have a problem. I just got out of the shower and I could hear the pump continuously going, but very quietly, long after I shut the water off. Now I have no water. So, wow. My water pump just died. You know what? That's funny because I knew that was happening. I literally knew it was happening because the pump would go for quite some time after I would shut the water off. And this happened the last time my water pump went. Okay, last time this happened, I checked this. Ramsey loves it under here. I don't know why. The water pump is on the same fuse as the range fan. Get out of here. This right here, this very first fuse, number 15. If you can see, Ramsey's shoving me around trying to get at this. That is the water pump and the range fan. That's not the problem because range fan and light work. Yeah, water pump just totally died. I'm gonna have to go back on my Amazon history and check when I got that. I believe it was 2021. I'm kind of tempted to buy the exact same one, just because when I take it apart, I can just look at exactly how it was set up the first time and just completely mimic that, because this was definitely a different setup than my previous water pump. But cross that bridge when we get there, I guess. Okay, I'm really confused because I just came in the washroom and washed my hands, not even thinking, and I turned the water on and it works. Pump is still making a lot of noise after I run the water, but it's working. Let's try the tub. Not a lot of pressure. I don't know. This is weird. I literally just ordered a new pump. What is happening? It is the next day. I am just getting home from work. And I want to take a shower. So let's check out the situation. Yes, we have water. Okay. We have water. Just doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of pressure. Well, not terrible. We have water. Pump works for now. It's still doing that funky noise thing. I don't fully trust to have a shower using that pump because what if I get lathered up with soap and it just quits like it did last night? Kind of concerns me. So tonight I'm having a bucket shower, but this time I'm doing it inside, not like last summer when I, did that for an entire month outside. Yeah, got my shower pump in here. I am going to fill my bucket with water from here because if it stops working, it stops working. But yeah, I'm going to fill it halfway from here. I'm going to boil the other half on the stove real quick. Doesn't take that long. And yeah, just going to have this sitting outside on the floor and bring this in behind the curtain and do it that way, I guess. That's what we're doing. I'm probably going to do it this way until my pump arrives, which I believe it's going to show up in about 2 days. So I don't have a long wait. Rory? Rory? Are you starving? I have your food right here, and I'm going to give you some, okay? But you gotta do a trick for me.
Sit on your bum. Good boy. High five. Almost. High five.
High five for the mom. Good boy. Okay. Now you get your niblet. There you go. You didn't forget. I'm glad. You still do your tricks. Well, as you can see, it's warm and rainy, and I don't think it's going to get much cooler than this tonight. So I'm just running the diesel heater until right before bed, and then I'll shut it off. But the problem with that is that there was no sun today, and my batteries, they're not happy. They're just kind of neutral, you know. Is it a little hot? Maybe I should turn off the diesel heater. Huh? Yeah, I should probably turn off the diesel heater if it's that hot. Yeah. Woo! 7 degrees at 7 a.m. Sleepy? I'm just trying to make sure the fire's going good for you so that maybe we can all just go back to bed for a little while. That'd be nice. Yeah. It's not even really winter yet. My batteries are sitting at 12 at 7 a.m. Looks like a nice day, but it is only 10 degrees. Not sure how much sun I'm getting on that. Oh, that's way better. Give me sunshine, baby. How's my spare solar doing? This battery's charged, so I'm gonna take these off and swap the power to this charge controller, which is going to power this battery that powers an inside charger by the bed. Water's looking good, more than half. Now we're getting that solar. 14.4, 8.7 amps coming in. I'm currently waiting on my new water pump from Amazon. I did jump the gun and order a new water pump when the other night I couldn't get any water to come out of my taps. I panicked a little bit, ordered a new one right away. Now, as you may have seen, my water does still work. I got water. I have water. However, my pump is doing this thing where after I'm finished turning off the tap from washing my hands, the pump will still continue to make noise for 5 to 6 seconds afterwards. And it shouldn't be doing that. When you're done shutting off the water, your pump should stop making noise within, I'm going to say 1 to 2 seconds after you turn off your faucet. When I'm showering, because I'm using larger amounts of water for a prolonged period, when I shut the tap off when I'm done my shower, the pump goes for, I'm going to say, probably 20 to 30 seconds after the water's been shut off, which is a long time. Anyway, since it does still work, I'm going to take a look at it today and see if it's maybe something simple. I did some research, started reading up on, you know, pressure switch issues and all kinds of simple little stupid things. But I don't know, I'll take a look. My new pump is supposed to arrive today. If I can't figure it out, maybe I'll just try to swap it out completely. But because it does still work, it's just acting funny. You know, it might be something simple. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this. The pump that I have in the RV right now is only a year old. So it shouldn't be acting funny, or it shouldn't be wanting to croak on me just yet. But I should mention that when I got the pump, it did come with this little screen filter for keeping debris out. I just couldn't put it on the pump because I didn't have enough room to work with to install this on the pump. I'll try to show that to you in a second here. Maybe I need to add a piece of pipe or something on to extend it out further in order to do this. But I mean, this is pretty important considering I collect rainwater in a tote outside, and maybe debris got into my fresh tank and is now in the pump, and maybe that's why it's acting funny. Don't know. Anyway, that's all something to look into. I did order the exact same pump, and I know, why would I do that when this one's acting, you know, some type of way? The reason I did is because if I'm going to swap out the pump, it's the exact same one, so it should be a simple swap out for me. Last year when this one was replaced, my father did it for me. Because there was a lot of wiring and I didn't know what I was doing. So if I get the exact same pump, maybe I can see where everything goes and do the swap out myself this time. Also, that pump on Amazon had over 2,500 reviews and like 4.3 stars. So it is a good pump in theory. It's just, you know, sometimes I have bad luck with things. I don't know. First thing I'm going to do, shut off my water pump. I want to mention too, I don't have a leak in my plumbing system or my water lines. The pump doesn't go off sporadically. It doesn't go off by itself. It just goes off for a prolonged period after I turn the water off and on. I did used to have a leak in my old pump before this one replaced it. Sorry, not a leak in the pump. A leak in my water heater, my onboard water heater, years ago, which is why I no longer use the water heater. I use my tankless water heater. And it's so much better. I'm gonna drain all the water out of my freshwater tank because if I'm gonna be taking the pump apart and checking things out, obviously I need to get rid of all the water. I didn't mean take my pump apart, I meant disconnect it. I don't know how to take that apart and what to look for. No idea. My pump is under the bed, so I took all of the bedclothes off because I'm pretty much gonna have to set my mattress on the floor in a second to get in underneath here, but it's a really good opportunity to check underneath and make sure I don't have any black mold, which I don't know if you can see. I've never ever had that issue here. Not sure why. I've never had the issue. And I don't exactly have any aeration under here either, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm just more or less gonna shove my mattress here. So now I can get in under here, hopefully. This is where my water pump is. See what I mean about wiring? It's a lot of wiring. I know I still have the ugly green carpet under here, but I mean, nobody sees what's under the bed, so no big deal. This takes a while. I had less than a quarter of a tank left too, so it's a waiting game. Okay, on a positive note, as soon as I hopped down here to mess with this, I remembered something. This little tiny thing right here, now I'm remembering from when my dad installed this a year ago, that is actually the pressure switch, I'm pretty sure, because I remember him talking about this specifically, asking me if the pressure was okay with the water, because he didn't have an Allen key to fit this. So maybe this is just the problem in the first place, and if so, that's pretty sweet, but I do still want to kind of take this apart and see if I can't install this. I know there was a reason we didn't have it installed before. Maybe it's just not enough room here to work with. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna disconnect this and see from there. Okay, I see what the problem is now. I did add that strainer on, but there's not enough room here to, yeah. See, I have a winterizing kit in right here, and with that attachment and then trying to get this on here, like, it's just not enough room to work with. This is only bending so far. This is only so long. Yeah, I see why I didn't have the strainer on here before. So I'm gonna take it off, take a look in there, make sure the diaphragm inside, if there is one, I don't know, isn't dirty, and put this back the way it was without the strainer on and adjust the pressure switch and see if that makes a difference. This is why I brought a pot with me. I still have water in my lines. Yeah, just trying to get this apart and mess with it a bit more, see what I can't get done. Super confused because the water that backed out of this line was attached to the pump, was antifreeze. I can smell antifreeze, and that's definitely pink. So someone can explain that one to me. Not really sure. I put everything back to rights, I hope. And now I'm going to go ahead and tighten this up with an Allen key. I just need to try to do a little bit of a, maybe one full turn clockwise with an Allen key, and put a little more water in my tank and give it a try. See what the pump's going to act like then. I don't know. Cross your fingers for me. There. Wasn't quite a full turn. I'm going to give that a try to start. Alright, I don't know if you can see, but I've got enough water in here now. I did turn the pump on. It ran long enough until it built up pressure. So now I'm going to try running the taps and see if I have the same issue where the pump is going to run longer than it needs to. Okay, well, I just tried it and it's worse than it was. The pump goes even longer now. Wow, now it's acting like it's just not going to stop. Okay, well, this is different. I just turned the pressure switch counterclockwise. And it seems like now when I run water, I'm going to turn it again just a little bit. Seems like now when I run the water, the pump doesn't run as long as it was before. Maybe we're getting somewhere. I'm turning the water on for 5 seconds. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I shut it off. I mean, how many times are you supposed to turn this pressure switch? I thought that you were only supposed to do it one way, like 1.5 turns max, it said. Try it again. So it's getting better as I turn the pressure switch counterclockwise. But now when I first turn on the tap, I don't hear the pump actually kick on until like a second later, which, I don't know, it used to kick on sooner, I thought. I don't know, this is weird. So now, when I shut the water off, the pump is shutting off when it should. I don't know, does the pressure switch have to be in like the perfect position or what? I'm filling enough water in my tank to have a shower tonight just to test it out. I might adjust the pressure switch just a little bit more to try to get it to, you know, where I think it should be or where it used to be before this whole thing started happening. Okay, I don't know, it seems better. Normally, when I shower, I just use one tap and there's enough pressure. So let's see. That's enough pressure to have a shower with. Okay, I'm gonna run the water for like 2 minutes straight and see if I still have prolonging of the pump when I shut the water off. Okay, I'm shutting the water off. Okay, well that's good. It's not acting like how it was. It's a mystery, but it's acting better than it was. After panicking and ordering a brand new one, it did arrive in the mail today. So yeah, there's that. Now I'm kind of just thinking it's good to hold on to. If my other one does absolutely crap the bed, then at least I have a backup literally right here. And you know what absolutely works? This stuff. I just had some of this under the camper where the pump is, and it was full of water I just dumped out. So I just poured some fresh stuff in. I'm going to put this back under the bed. Here, look, I just took this one out of another spot. Look how much water is in that. And this is all hard, so you can just dump that out and pour fresh stuff in. Crazy. Whew. Coldest I have seen it yet. The results are in. Last night when I had my shower, the water pump worked as it should. When I shut off the valve, the water pump stopped. So there we have it. Turned out to be a simple fix all along. The pressure switch, didn't really know that was a thing, but I do now. Am I upset that I bought a brand new pump off Amazon for no reason? Hell no. I'm going to hold on to that thing because knowing my luck, next week, next month, next year, my water pump might actually croak and I might need a replacement. Who knows? Maybe I'll use it for another project. While it's here, I can actually show you a little bit better. This right here is the pressure switch. This little teeny tiny, almost looks like a spring. That was the pressure switch, so all it took was adjusting that for my pump to start working as normal again. And it takes a teeny tiny Allen key to adjust it. That's it. Still not really sure what caused it to do that. Maybe the vibration of the pump itself underneath the bed. I don't know. Maybe it just adjusted itself over time. But as the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or in this case at least, if it ain't broke, don't replace it. I think that's going to be it from me here. Hopefully you're all doing well. Hopefully you enjoyed this video or at least learned something or got something out of it. I know I did. Always do your research. It pays to do your research. Might save you some money. And as usual, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. This is the same water pump as the one that I have under the bed. It's just different colors. Probably just like the newer, upgraded, more updated model. Yeah, same water pump though. Oh, breakfast burrito. You want to share some eggs? Want to share some eggs? Probably. I'll share my eggs with you.